right. All right, so we're now recording. Okay, so welcome to October's meeting. Thanks for joining me, ladies. Thanks for being willing to do it the same week as Tara's. I know it's a lot going on in the first week of October, but sometimes for me, except for this week's host of spa party week, so it is a little bit busy, but normally the first part of my month is not as busy because people are like, oh, I'll do a party later in the month, or so sometimes the end of the month is more crazy. So that's why I kind of like to do the meeting at the beginning. So, well, I just wanted to say welcome to our newest team member, Annie. She's not on right now, but she is from Massachusetts, and I just met her through a Facebook party. And she just loves the product, and she has one little boy, and she's due with another one. And so I think it's a little girl in December. So she would love to one day be a stay-at-home mom. So she's excited to start her business out this week. Looking to maybe get something on the calendar for Monday as like an informal launch party. So that's exciting. And I wanted to say congrats to Brenna for doing a great job with her Facebook launch party. That's pretty awesome. I know she was getting the samples to as many people as she can and having them try stuff, which is really, really the key, especially if you're going to have a Facebook, any kind of party, is having samples in people's hands to try. So that was exciting for her. And then I want to say congratulations to Amanda for getting her second Jumpstart. And right now she's like less than 400 away, I believe, from her third Jumpstart. So that's exciting. Hopefully she'll be able to join us. I know she had a unexpected family thing come up, so she might not be able to join us, but I asked her to share. She's done a good job about putting posts out there that talk about the product without making it sound like buy. So she has I'm not very creative, so I wanted her to share because I need to pick other people's brains when it comes to getting creative with my post and my verbiage, and trying to figure out a way to talk about the products without making it sound like, I'm selling them. But so she was really good at that. So I told her that if she couldn't join us tonight to talk about it, that she was at least going to post later in our group just some examples of posts that she has done on her through Facebook, talking about products without trying to like push the sale. So if she can't join us, she will do that later. But so for our team goals this month, I would love to see, once again, I can't type and talk, and Lisa was just saying she's having trouble getting on. So I'm just going to tell her to copy and paste that link. Okay, see if she can hop on. So I'd love, as a team, we've done a little over 5,000 in sales the last couple of months, which is super awesome. You guys have been doing great. And I'm one who does not like to make goals because I don't like to fail. But seriously, if we don't have a goal, then it's hard to push ourselves. I know I don't push myself if I don't have a goal. So like last month, my goal was 3,000, and I didn't make it. And I don't feel like a failure, but it's nice to have a goal because when I do make it, it'll be really exciting. So our team goal is 7,000 in sales, and I want to see us to be able to recruit 4 new team members, which I think is totally doable this month with the awesome kit specials that we have, the kit special that we have going on. Not only just the week of the October 7th through the 14th where it's $20 off, but the whole month if they get the Spa Success kit, they get the Kabuki brush in it also as a bonus. And if they get the makeup kit, they get the Midnight Orchid body wash in it. So that's all month long. And there's not always an extra bonus like that for the kit. So you can, if you have anyone that's possibly interested, tell them, you could definitely wait till next month. I don't know if there will be an incentive to join like there is this month. And for the week of October 7th through the 14th, it's a double incentive really. So if we meet both our goals this month, I'm just going to randomly select a winner from everyone who's active this month. So that'll be fun. And then if you didn't see it, you can check out Tara's recruiting challenge for everyone, the whole organization, that if any person that you recruit that enters you, gives you one entry into the drawing for a $100 gift card. So that's pretty fun. Okay, so, and how, sorry, ladies.
What was the monetary amount for our team goal? So it's $40.
And 7,000 in sales for our team.
Thank you.
And so how that works, if you ladies, when you recruit someone for, they'll be a part of your downline and they're a part of my downline. And since I'm a director now and you can see the incentives that I offer for in our group page, those incentives will apply to them, just like they do for you. So, I mean, feel free to offer your own incentives, but don't feel like you have to. They can go for the ones that I'm offering you guys because they're part of my downline. So that's how that works. And then obviously they are able to go for the organizational challenges that Tara puts out because they are also a part of her downline. Okay, and so yes, if you do happen to have a hostess this month, within that week where they're giving the $20 off, they are able to use their hostess credits towards that. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, I did want to talk a little bit more about recruiting. I know sometimes we don't feel like we have any potential recruits, but I wanted to say that we don't always know where our potential recruits are. And so sharing about the discounted kit would be something to build up to this week on your page. I wouldn't share about it every day. I today just started talking about the Loving Care gift set that home office is giving away to anyone undergoing cancer treatments this month, and that they could share their story with me. So like every day this week, I'm going to post about, highlight some of the different specials going on this month for October and some of the specials going on for October 5th through the 12th, the spa party week. And I probably will say something about the discounted kit before the 7th because that's when it starts, and I kind of want to plant that seed in people's brains. And I don't do a lot of posting on my personal page on Facebook, but like for something like this, I will at some point post about the discounted kit and that they'll also get the brush with that. Because it's such a good deal. And I wish there had been a good deal for me, like when I was signing up, because, who doesn't like to save money? Who doesn't like to get extra free stuff? So that's something I definitely will do. And so even if you don't have technically anyone on your list, and if you don't have a potential recruit list in your planner or your folder or wherever you keep your work stuff, I would start making one. I try to remember to put my names there. Sometimes I have them in my head and I don't write them on my list, and I need to do that because there's one of the ladies that was on my list was Amanda, and she's now on our team. So it's exciting to see when you go back and look at that list to be like, oh, that's right. She was one of my potentials and now she is on my list or is on my team. So that's what's fun about making a list. But so even if there's anyone not technically on your list, I would just share this with whoever, just because it's exciting. Like you wouldn't necessarily be sharing with them because you want them interested in the business opportunity. Maybe someone they know would be interested in it. And just by you sharing with them, say, hey, I'm just excited because this week we got such a good deal going on with my company. So they might be inclined to share it with someone else if it isn't for them. Okay, so, and if you have any questions or need ideas about just the whole idea of recruiting, I know there are calls in Lemongrass University that talk about them and can help you brainstorm and give you ideas, and feel free to set up a time with me to chat and we can talk and connect, because I know a lot of times when you're talking with a fellow consultant, you really come up with some good ideas. Like that's one thing I miss about convention, Nicole, is that like it was just 24/7. We could talk about ideas and, just kind of brainstorm, which is fun because I love my husband, but he doesn't really care, let's be honest. So he's not going to brainstorm ideas with me. We just don't have, we're not in the same line of work. So yeah, so if we need to set up a time to chat, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. And then as far as creative ideas in general, Kathy Yelitz, who is our national field developer, I think that's her title for Lemongrass Corporate. And she's the Coffee with Kathy group. I think all three of you ladies are on it, but I'm going to make sure I add our new team members because she really has great ideas. I don't normally block out time in my schedule to sit down when she's live because it just doesn't work for my schedule. So what I'll do, because she usually entitles her live Facebook feeds with what she talked about. One was on time management. One was how to make the 8th great. She's talked a lot about the host a spa party day. And so I'll usually have those playing when I'm getting ready in the morning, and I can just kind of listen to her and grab some ideas because, it is very conversational. So I don't feel like I need to be sitting down and writing with a pen and paper. So that's what I'll do. Or if I'm doing dishes or cooking dinner and I happen to be kid free at the moment, I need to have some focus when I am listening to her. Otherwise it's just background noise. But she really has a lot of good ideas, and she's not just part of the corporate office. She's also working the business. And she explained the other day in one of her calls that she wants to do that so she knows what it's like for us. Because she had a Facebook party the other day that was not going anywhere. They didn't have any orders. Even after the live event, the host had only gotten 1 order. And so she was just saying something she could have done better. And she talked about how she turned it around. And I think she ended up offering some more incentives, like a refer a friend program, that if they referred a friend to the party and that person placed an order, I think maybe she gave them free shipping. It was some kind of incentive. And I don't necessarily do every single thing that she does, but it helps you to think outside of the box. And she's someone also that is always willing to talk with any consultant. So if she gives you an idea, and you'd like to pick her brain a little bit further about it, or if you just have a question in general, and I know she's more than willing to set up a time and chat, and I think she's pretty flexible in her time schedule. So definitely get with her if you're looking for some creative outside the box ideas, because she's really good with that. And again, if you have time to just let her live feed play back as you're doing something around the house, it's really a great way to multitask there. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys also about my vendor event that I did the other day. It was good. It was nothing like probably an actual vendor event, but that's okay because I'd never done one, so I was happy that it was just kind of like a semi-vendor event. We had a Hope seminar at our church. It was dealing with grief and loss. And there was 3 or 4 main speakers. And so the lady in charge had asked me to come, and my sister who sells Jamberry, and there was a Mary Kay lady, and then there was Arrowhead Christian Store, and then a couple other ministries, one of the speakers, and then one other ministry who was heading up the vendor event. So I can post a picture of my display. It's nothing fancy. But I also took pictures of the Mary Kay ladies display and my sister's, and I can also post those. It's just nice to see other people's displays and get ideas of what props. And I didn't invest anything. I just used what I had. And also, thank you, Melissa, borrowed a water dispenser from her so I could do a hand spa. But if vendor events is something that you're looking to do, then yes, invest in the materials and stuff. A lot of people use crates to put a dynamic of height level on their table display. And so I had asked Tara beforehand, what do I focus on, knowing that there was going to be a Mary Kay lady there. And at the time I thought there was going to be an essential oils company there. But there wasn't. And I thought we were going to kind of be more spread out, but we were very close quarters. So I was like literally right next to the Mary Kay lady. And then my sister was across from us, and we were just like in the fellowship hall. So it was really close. So I focused on my display. I had the Healing Elements Balm, Soothing Balm, Recovery Balm. I had the station set up for the hand spa, and I just had 2 choices of body polish, the New Sense, Midnight Orchid, and Snickerdoodle. And then I had the Snickerdoodle icing out. And then I did have my favorites bundle displayed, and I think I've posted a pic before of that, of what that is. It's all the Midnight Orchid products except for the bath crystals, and then the healing stick trio. And that I did display as my favorites bundle in case anyone wanted it. But that way they could try all the balms if they wanted to, and they could use the Midnight Orchid lotion if they wanted to. So then I had my catalogs out. Forgot my business cards. I knew I was forgetting something. So I had like 3 in my wallet, and all the catalogs and like the Host and Join brochures I had my contact info. So it was okay, but I still really wish I had my business cards with me. And so in listening to the other vendors and just my experience from it, what I definitely need to do next time is focus more on, one, making connections with the other vendors. The Mary Kay lady actually wanted to place an order because she had some oils, but she didn't have any diffusers. So I just got off the phone with her. She wanted a wall diffuser and the rollerball vials, which is not a very big order, but it's exciting because she asked me about some other products like our deodorant and our essential oils. And so, at first I could have been intimidated because she was selling makeup right next to me and skincare, and so was I. And but really it's just knowing that you love your product, believing in your product, and then focusing on what makes us stand out. And I think our healing balms, that makes us stand out. Our body polishes make us stand out from other companies. And if they don't have a company that they're loyal to in the other areas, they will eventually buy our products in all areas. And if they don't, that's fine. Like this lady, I'm not thinking that I'm going to switch her from Mary Kay to lemongrass. I know that's happened before, but that's not my goal. That's not my plan. My goal is to service her and help her in her needs of diffusers and whatever else she wants to get right now. But as I was standing there and, listening to her and just thinking about our products, I'm like, I really love lemongrass because we have such a wide variety of product. We really cover the whole gamut, and they do it pretty well. I mean, all our products aren't perfect, and I know they don't work for everyone in every single area, but we have really good quality products, and just believing that is important. So when you're at vendor events, is making those connections with the other vendors. And then like the guy from Arrowhead took a pamphlet from his wife. What I didn't do, and I need to be better about, is getting their contact information so I can be in charge of following up with them, and I don't have to wait for them to contact me. I do know his name, so I could probably figure out his phone number somehow and connect with his wife. But because people get busy, and if they don't know you very well, they're not going to initiate contact with you. Like I friend requested the Mary Kay lady, and then I messaged her earlier today because I still didn't hear from her, and she had said she wanted to order. And I didn't think she was just, being friendly because, there was nothing that I could order from her that I didn't have with my company. So it's not like I was saying, I'll order from you if you order from me. I just let her run with the conversation, and she was interested in placing an order. But I did have to contact her and say, would you still like to order? And then she messaged me and she said, oh my goodness, I completely forgot. I've been busy with da, 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 da. So it does happen. So the more that you can get their contact information and be the first to initiate that follow-up contact, I think the better you will do. Because again, people do get busy and forget. So make the connections. And then also at vendor events is it's not really about sales. I had very few cash and carry to sell because I didn't want to have a lot of leftover product. So I had a few of the healing stick trios, like 1 or 2. And then I put together a body icing and a body polish samples together and sold those for $5. So, I mean, I sold a couple of those and like one Healing Lemon stick and the recovery stick. And I think I had a couple orders and they were small, but the idea is really to make connections with the guests there. One lady talked about another vendor event, and so she took my contact info. Again, I probably should have taken her contact info also. But I really liked what my sister did, and because she's done several vendor events, so she does have the experience. So I tried to pay attention to both of those ladies, and because they've had way more experience than me. And what she did was she made up this dice game, and she got this big rubber foam dice from Five Below. And she had made up a chart, and they got to roll the dice. Each person got to roll the dice, and if they landed whatever number it was, they got to pick up. They won a prize. So, like, one of the prizes was a free petty. So for Jamberry nails, you know, it's pretty inexpensive because it's just like two little wraps. And I heard her say something about if you want to upgrade your prize, you know, you could book a party, and then basically when you hold a party, you're going to get more rewards for being a host. So she kind of did it that way. And she offered, I think, a lot of like one-on-ones. So she was really good about making those long-term connections, not just getting the sale or getting them to take your contact info, but to try to get their contact info so that you can have a long-term relationship with them and build that relationship. So, I mean, I had little slips of paper that if they wanted to, they could write down their contact info. And I just found them in the files, I think in Tara's page under vendor event slips or something like that, where they could put their name, address, phone number, email, and they could mark if they were interested in a party or hosting or the business opportunity or my monthly email letter, newsletter. So, but I didn't do very good about having people fill it out. So I had like one person. So it was live and learn. But yes, definitely making connections with other vendors and getting that contact info from the people that you talk to so that you can follow up with them is really important. So, okay, I'm down to the countdown of the free time of Zoom. We have like 7 minutes. I went over most of what I wanted to share, and since Amanda can't be here, I will have her post later about the different some of different ideas for posting. And I did mention that, again, if you want to do either bi-weekly or once a month, because I know we're all busy, phone calls to chat and brainstorm, that's fine. I'm also fine with messaging through Facebook or texting, whatever works for you. You know, I'm here to encourage you ladies in any way I can. So before we hop off, does anyone have any questions about this month, the different specials going on this month, or just anything in your business right now that you're wondering about? Okay, well, if you think of anything, ladies, let me know. I appreciate you all taking the time to be here. Oh, and one thing I just remembered, because I was going to mention, Tara's team meeting is on Thursday. Again, if you can't tune into that, just be sure to watch the recording. She usually has some good kind of training or tips and tricks. I know she'll probably also be talking about the team Facebook party that she's running coming up October 9th. And that was really cool. Last time that I did it, I was just kind of there to kind of check it out, but a few of my customers decided to attend, and one of them won one of the prizes. So it's fun. Even if you can't get any of your customers to attend, I encourage you ladies to attend just to see how it goes. It's just pretty exciting. And she did a whole like 30-minute spiel on the facial care line. So I know that I don't know as much about the products as she does. So I wanted to hop on there to see what she had to share. So it was really good. So if you can join her, join us on the 9th, which is next Sunday, then that would be great. And hi, Amanda. I see that you are here joining us. I knew I heard a baby in the background. So feel free. No, it's okay. It's cute.
we just got back. So it was
okay.
a lot longer than expected. So I thought, I'll jump on and see if you guys are still here.
We are, and I said that you would be willing to post later some examples of different ways that you incorporate lemongrass products and talk about them on Facebook without making it sound too salesy. So if you wanted to say anything about that, and then you can follow up with posts later whenever you have a chance, tomorrow or whatever.
Sure. So I guess basically my big thing is like, I really don't want people to feel like I'm being disingenuous or trying to sell them. But at the same time, like for me, I know until you introduced me to Lemongrass Spa, I didn't know about the products, and so I feel like, you have to kind of walk that really fine line of trying to like educate people, let them know about the products. And so what I find for me, the best way to do that is to just talk about what I love. So, which is basically what I've always done anyway, even before, like I used to talk about Jamberry and Lemongrass Spa and some other products or some other companies, just, on Facebook, just to tell people about them because I love them. So I just didn't want that to be super different now that I'm actually selling it. But at the same time, I do want to get the word out. So all of that to say, one of the things that I feel like has been the most helpful is, again, like I said, just to talk about what I love. And I actually did, I should go back and do like a Facebook Live of them or something. But what I did was I just told people I was going to tell them about my favorite 5 products and sort of just, again, I kept saying like, no pressure. I just want you to know these exist and this is what I love. And so I just did one post for each product. I did Healing Elements and the body polish, BB cream, the anti-aging serum. I'm forgetting something. And I just posted about each of those and just talked about my experience and why I loved it so much. And I just feel like people really responded well to that. And I had a lot of people, say, oh, I need to know about that face cream that you're talking about. And so I feel like that's been really good. And just as I experience the products and spend more time with them, and I just am like, guys, I just have to tell you how much I love this. Like, just so you know, I love this and this is why. And if you want to know more about it, message me or comment or something like that. But I feel like for me, that has been the biggest thing. And like, I can't tell you how many times I've said the words or typed the words, no pressure, which I guess is not really like super salesy of me, but for me personally, I don't want to be super salesy. I just want to let people know that the products exist. And then if they try them as a solution for themselves, then they just fall in love anyway. And I feel like for me, that's kind of the best approach.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Amanda. I think that is really important. And yes, whenever you have the time to post something as an example, that would be great. But definitely sharing what you love and the why you love it. I think what makes us and our products stand out. Okay, ladies, before we get cut off, I have to end the meeting. So I hope you have all a good night and I will talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.